And Aphrodite, her wrapped in this cloth gives this feeling of entrapment. And then she's freed from this trap. So we see her fully express herself within movement. And this movement is beautiful and graceful and delicate. What made this a unique movement piece was her getting dressed and then undressed. Which I thought was interesting and, really kind of contemplated the meaning behind that. Is it the feeling of putting on this mask and being what society wants you to be and then removing it because it is not fully you? There's so many ways you can kind of go with that. And once we're back on the beach, I get the sense of, oh, this was all a daydream. This whole movement piece was in her mind and not actually occurring in reality.
Aphrodite. I really enjoyed this. There was something really special about this film for me. It just touched me. It was very, I don't know, just emotional. It really had the tone of an Aphrodite. Just the passion and the beauty and the love that was felt in this short was just amazing. Beautifully shot, beautifully performed. I really liked the opening at the beach, the shot of the water. I mean, with Aphrodite having a relationship to the sea, the beach and the water and the costume, the white costume, all of it flowed really nicely, and it was just a nice opening. Really nice body movements by the performer, just throughout the whole thing. I think it's very vulnerable for one person to be standing in front of a camera and be that vulnerable and just do such a wonderful job with the facial expressions and the focus and the focus on the beautiful dancing and body movement. Just the control of the body and everything was so apparent. I really like the close up on the feet. So neat. Just a lot of these camera shots were neat, and the editing was smooth. Really nice music and nice choreography. At one point, it felt like she was rewinding, if that makes sense. Like things were she was going backwards. It was just so stunning and beautiful and just flawless in my opinion. It wasn't perfection, it was flawless. So to me, there's a difference there. I just really, really enjoyed this. I got a really great feeling from it. Um, really nice. So I want to say kudos to all of you guys. So creative, great performance, and great production value and camera work and costume and just everything. All of the filmmakers did a great job with this. So great job.
Aphrodite was so transfixing. The movements were so slow and meditative. Um, I love the way that it was shot. I love that it was like kind of shot in reverse and also sometimes slow motion, both. It just had this really like trance-like, dream-like quality to it. And when we do go back to the ocean scene at the end, it really does feel like, oh, this was a dream or um, just like a vision that she was having or imagining, which was really cool. I loved the studio piece. Um, I thought the getting dressed and putting on the dress and taking it off was, um, yeah, it's just like such a simple action that we do, but I think watching it happen on its own in this way just makes it just feel so much more intentional. Um, it was really stunning watching her dance, watching her move, watching her spin. Um, the music was absolutely lovely. I just thought this piece just felt really good. It was just smooth and effortless and just very, very, very clean and like well done.
Aphrodite, I think, is a meaningful short here. We see this woman on the beach. She's dancing. She's doing a beautiful choreography, but she's also touching her body quite a lot. It looks like she's got something inside of her, and she wants to pull it out. And I think it was very powerful. It was very I also like the transition from the beach to the white, endless room where we don't see the end of this room. This probably symbolizes the infinite, and the infinite that maybe is living inside this woman's mind. Overall, I think it was a very interesting short, and he gave me a feeling of freedom while she was dancing, because probably she wanted to free herself as well from her mental prison, probably. And I really loved how the movie transitioned from the seaside, from the beach to the white room to the beach again, with a beautiful music and engaging choreography. Overall, a fantastic short. Congratulations.
This film is called Aphrodite. This was a lovely short. A dancer moves gracefully on the beach and then in a plain studio space. There's a real feeling of Aphrodite off the top. The dancer is in a toga-like cloth, almost statue-like, so talented and graceful. The gentle synth music initially works well and then moves to a more dramatic tone as the piece moves along. I really love the sounds of the waves and also the use of silence at one point. The change to a glamorous party dress with unused party shoes sitting there were interesting choices. But then there was a return back to the simple white slip at the water's edge by the end, a transition to simplicity and oneness with nature. Well done.
Aphrodite was a really striking film for me. I loved the use of the rewind sort of reverse function to make the woman's dance feel even more ethereal and sort of transcendent. I loved the costumes and the way that her dressing and undressing was incorporated into her dance very elegantly and with so much grace. I love the choice to have minimal props and a minimal background for this actress or this dancer, so our main focus was on her, and the props that she did have had a lot of significance for her. The music, of course, was beautiful and it fit perfectly with the dance. I also really enjoyed the transition to and from the beach. I thought it was really smooth and it looked really cool. I liked how we started and ended on the beach and then she slowly returned back to the water. I thought that was really awesome, and yeah, I really enjoyed this film.
The girl by the water, she is unraveling, goddess of love, war, and the sea. As the last bit of her white sheer falls off, we have fallen into this pure white void. We get roses, a sparkly pink dress, and shoes that lie within the space, signifying a sense of passion, lust, pleasure. Her dancing is elegant, a ballet number, often reversed, and it alters the shift in movements, making her dance unique. A bold red lip appears, and I notice it more as she has this moment of thought, and as she falls back into this movement, she's rejecting her dress, taking it off, and you can sense that there's an emotional shift. And she grabs the roses out of her hair and she crushes them and tosses them onto the ground. And it's as if she's found this sense of freedom. And we find her back at sea, moving her body with the tide. And she has this, in a sense, grounding moment between earth and this body of water, becoming one with it almost.